The next part of what we're going to talk about this evening is the purpose for buying a computer. You're all here, obviously, because you want a new computer. The question is, why do you want a new computer? In order to determine why you want a new computer, we're going to use what they have, as most of you probably are aware, of the 5 W's. Does anybody know what the 5 W's are? What, when, where, why, and who. So we're going to write those down. What? When? Where? Oops. Why? And who. So the first part, what? What do you want this new computer for? What is it you plan on doing with this new computer? Before you know what you're going to use the computer for, you can have no way of knowing what kind of computer or what type of performance you need from this computer. So you need to figure out what it is you're going to use it for. Are you going to use it for games? Are you going to use it simply for email, for using the net, for doing word processing? Are you going to use it for everything? Are you just going to use it to use presentations at a seminar, just simply as a projector? There can be any number of reasons for wanting a new computer. You need to know exactly what it is you want to do with it before you can begin to determine what it is you need exactly. The next one, when. This one doesn't really matter. The biggest part about when is, are you planning on using it late at night when you're sitting in bed watching TV, or are you planning on using it when you're at the office all day? The next one, where. These kind of go together. Are you planning on using it at home, or are you planning on using this computer in multiple places? Based on price, for the same amount of money, a desktop is always going to be, or pretty much always, going to be more powerful and better value for the money than a laptop. But obviously a laptop has a lot of advantages. You can take it around, you can have it on your lap, you can do a lot of different things with it. So you need to know where you're planning on using this in order to know where to get the best value for your money. Why? Why do you want a new computer? I assume you all want one because you're fed up with the one you've got, or fed up borrowing one from your friend, or whatever it is you're doing. You need to know what it is you're looking for. This also goes to what. Why and what are very similar. What is it you're going to do with it? Why do you need a new computer? Why is the one you've got not good enough? Is it too slow, or is it running out of room, or is it giving you errors all the time? And the last one is probably the most important. Who is the computer for? If the computer is just for you, then just answering these 4 questions is great. But if the computer isn't just for you, if the computer is for you and, say, your son, then you need to ask all these questions again from his point of view. Find out what it is they want to use it for. And once you figured out everyone who's going to use the computer, then you'll have a better idea of exactly what you're looking for. Now, if you're buying this computer for somebody else, say you're buying it for your husband or something, you're probably better off letting them answer all these questions than trying to figure them out for yourself. They'll never be happy with what you pick. So for now, I want you all to turn in your workbooks to, say, page 5, and you'll actually have all these listed there. And I want everybody to briefly, I'll give you guys a minute, to just write down, quickly, answer these 5 questions for the computer that you guys are looking for. So I'll give you guys a minute to do that now. Does anybody want to volunteer some of their answers? Luke?
What?
Yeah.
I will use my computer for Photoshop.
You're planning on using it for Photoshop.
That's correct.
Is that going to be your only goal, or just your primary purpose?
Pretty much primary purpose.
A primary purpose? Okay, so for that, we'll elaborate on this further, but for now I'm going to just answer or discuss exactly what he's looking for. To use Photoshop, he's going to need a powerful machine. Buying the cheapest he can find isn't going to suit Luke's needs. He needs to find one that's going to have a lot of RAM. If you're using Photoshop a lot, you need a lot of memory, you need a fast hard drive and a fast processor. So we're going to write down Photoshop. That's his primary purpose. Where are you planning on using this computer? Just at home, or?
Outdoors.
Outdoors.
Right.
Okay, well, that's pretty much self-explanatory. He either needs an extension cord or a laptop. So we're just going to put outside. Why? Obviously, you're planning on, okay, let's ask you, why do you want a new computer for Photoshop?
I want one of those tablet ones so I can go outside and paint things on.
Okay. So that's a specific thing. You actually want a tablet PC so that you can use it as a sketch pad to draw on. It's actually quite handy. It's a lot easier than drawing with a mouse, that's for sure. So I'm just going to write tablet down here. And who, is it just you using the computer?
Yeah.
It is just you? So again, that's simple. You can answer these questions by yourself. We'll put just Luke. If I can spell Luke. And the last one is when. When are you planning on using this? Are you planning on using this computer all the time? Or just on weekends? Or
During the day.
just during the day, but pretty much every day? Or is this an occasional?
Well, I mean, when I go home, I have a desktop, right?
Okay.
Just maybe when I'm outside.
Okay, so if you're planning on using your desktop at home, so this is primarily, you're not really planning on doing a lot of photo editing on it. You just want it used more to do the actual sketches, is that right? And then in theory, you can take those sketches, move them onto your desktop, which would be more powerful, and use that to do all the photo manipulation. Does that sound?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in order to do that, so we're going to put down when, and he's going to put, we're going to put just when he's outside. Okay, that makes a big difference. For this consideration, he doesn't need to necessarily get the fastest computer available. He just wants one that has the tablet capability. If he gets one that's this big or whatever and only has a gig of RAM or 2 gig of RAM, it'll probably suit him just fine because he's not actually going to be doing a lot of heavy processing on it. Also, when you're looking at a laptop and you're planning on using it outside, not always, but generally the lower power the machine is or lower the processing speed is, the longer the battery is going to last. And obviously that's going to be a concern if you're outside drawing for hours of trying to wait for the dog to get in the right place or whatever it is that you're doing. So this here pretty much gives you exactly what it is you're looking for. Now you can get this and you can use this information, and if you look further in your book later on, there's a chart giving you kind of specs on what you need for different applications and different usages. But you can use this information to build your own custom computer from that. So you don't need to go in and talk to the guy at Future Shop and get told you need the latest of everything, because you don't. You only need to use it for what it's going to do for you.